Vaughan Jog Vlog.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Watched this the other night on Disney Plus. Not as bad as I expected. And this is just kind of becoming a thing I've noticed where a movie can be pretty mediocre in its own franchise, but it can be at a time when it's cool to hate. This came out when Johnny Depp is being crucified by Amber Heard, right? And now people turn and say, oh, he's the saint, she's the villain, taking a shit in his bed. So I think that's part of why this got such bad reviews. When in actuality, it was decent, okay, Midland. 2.5 out of 4-star movie. Well, let me tell you a little bit more about it. So we start off with this kid, ran away a bit, went out to the middle of the ocean, it appears, tried to sink himself down to Davy Jones's locker. He ends up boarding the Flying Dutchman. It goes up into surface, which probably would have been a more opportune time to sneak aboard. Has a chat with his dad, Orlando Bloom, and my legs are so sore right now. This has never happened. I must be horribly dehydrated right now, like LeBron James. So his dad's like, yeah, you'll never find Poseidon's trident. I know it's the only thing that could save me. Good luck with your life, kid. And then they leave. So we learn that this is the son of Will Turner, Orlando Bloom's character from previous pirate movies. Remember, he was kind of banished to the Flying Dutchman crew, essentially, right? Well, we catch up sometime later with Jack Sparrow trying to rob a bank, the whole bank, and there is a girl who kind of falls into this. She's being tried as a witch, played by Kaya Scodelario. Don't really know her from anything. I know she's the girl that shows up in The Maze Runner, gets dropped into a bunch of horny teen boys in the middle of nowhere, and doesn't get raped. I know she's that actress. And you know, she was a team player. She went and leaked her nudes for this and everything, and I thought she did a decent, respectable job. It is a little weird that as she's being tried as a witch, she gets to keep her possessions in the dungeon. Jack gets caught also, but then Will's boy, I forgot his name, so I'm just gonna call him that. I don't remember the name of the actor. Will's boy hatches a plan to free them, and it works. But then all of a sudden, Will's boy and Kaya are prisoners of Jack Sparrow. Don't really make a lot of sense to me, does it? Savvy? So at any rate, they go on the quest to look for Poseidon's trident because there's this guy Salazar who's not a pirate, but a captain of a ship that hates pirates. And he wants Jack Sparrow. He wants vengeance because Jack Sparrow put a curse on him. Does this sound kind of familiar to you if you watch the first Pirates of the Caribbean? By the way, we were saying Caribbean until this movie. The first Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, it was a pirate crew of undead guys cursed looking for Jack Sparrow. Same shit. Oh, but Vaughn, it's totally different because that Captain Barbossa sort of on the easy alliance with Jack Sparrow, and now all of his ships that he's a pirate lord of are being attacked by Salazar, who can wander freely the seas because Jack Sparrow gave up the compass, which maybe he always had. He doesn't come across in this movie. I'm having a hard time remembering at what point he got possession of the compass here. Salazar cannot go on dry land, so that totally miffs him. Jack, Barbossa, Kaya, Will's boy go for the trident. It's a longer movie than it needs to be in some ways, though I thought maybe this was 2.5 hours. I think it was actually about 2. Kaya is Barbossa's daughter, so we can wrap stuff up with him. They find the trident because she likes astronomy, and somehow that's going to guide them. Even though I think a lot of that pertains to what season, what side of the world you're in, all these other things, right? But that guides them to the location of the trident. We have, pretty serviceable, if not superior to most special effects. This looks like a big budget movie that'd be released in theaters in 2017. That is the year this came out, right? Hell, it looks better than a lot of stuff that kind of gets in theaters now. The performances are fine. Everything is fine. Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Not as good as the first one, which I think was actually even longer, but felt fun and felt fresh. This one, I was just confused about who, what relationship, where. Barbossa dies saving his daughter and Will's boy, and they end up turning Salazar immortal so that he can get killed too. Lifted all the curses of the seas, ergo, Will Turner is now uncursed. He gets to head home, and to my shock, Keira Knightley is there to greet him, though she doesn't get a speaking line. Decent way to wrap up the pirate story, even though we have a bit of a teaser with Davy Jones, right? That is Octopus Face, right? He seems to come in and kind of haunt Will Turner and family. I don't think that needs to be explored. I know that there are plans to make Pirates of the Caribbean continue on without Jack Sparrow. That would be a stupid maneuver. This is Johnny Depp getting an Oscar nomination for a role no one believed in. No one was taking seriously. He's essentially the driving force behind when anybody watches this. And granted, this one didn't make as much money as the previous one, which somehow grossed over $1 billion with nobody watching it in America. I'm just saying, this was a fair to Midland pirate experience.
If you appreciate a YouTube channel that doesn't just pad out content to get to the 8-minute mark so that it can hammer you with ad breaks, then you should subscribe to my son's channel. You just got done watching it.